Alright guys, it's time to talk about Sonic Labs, or S, on the channel for the first time since this bearish candle right here on the 31st of July. And basically it trickled down to about 27.1 cents on the 6th of August, and it's been trickling its way back up since then, guys. Now, we do have a little bit of news here. As you see, you can see that this candlestick on the daily time frame is trying to break this resistance. Now, we have had some wicks above this resistance, of course, and of course I will always say that these lines are never perfect, but we do have a chance of breaking this resistance. Now, this resistance goes pretty far back, guys. If I zoom out, you see it goes all the way back to about February 20th, and yeah, we do need to break this on a daily time frame here. Now, jumping over to the volume profile here, guys, you can see Sonic is trying to get through this candle right here. Once it gets above about 35 cents, it takes on a candlestick that's a little bit less than what we're taking on right now. But the point of control, guys, is up at 48.31 cents. So it still has a lot of work to do. And once it gets above about, let's just say 54 cents, we have another quite large candlestick when we're looking at, in comparison to these. And then after that, guys, once you get above about 63 cents, there's almost no volume above that. Now, jumping over to the Bollinger Bands on a weekly time frame, guys, there's really not much to look at because, like I said, Sonic Labs officially isn't that old, but we don't have the entire Phantom chart. But let's take a look at the daily time frame here and see if we have any pinch. Now, we do have some narrowness here, and actually yesterday, this did come in a little bit more, so maybe we do have kind of a pinch there. It's one of the most narrow points that I see so far here on this chart, just looking back. But yeah, maybe we are getting a slight pinch on the daily time frame. Now, jumping over to the RSI and stochastic here, guys, we need to look at the daily time frame and down because on a weekly time frame, almost nothing is printed yet. But anyway, stochastic, we do have some upside here. It has actually just crossed the red line. And it's not overheated just yet, but it just came out of that actually, and the RSI is pointed pretty heavily to the upside. So it actually looks pretty good on daily time frame. 4-hour time frame, overheated here on stochastic. Probably the blue line is about to come down. Now the RSI also appears it is slightly going down, so not so good, kind of a mixed signal there. 1-hour time frame, you do have the blue line crossing this red line here, and it's headed down pretty sharply, but it just came out of the overheated territory. The RSI is pointed slightly down, but it is overheated, so that is not good, guys. Now, the 15-minute time frame looks like this blue line has just crossed the red line, and I'm not sure if it actually crossed back over it and is going down, but it is at a point basically where it should start to head up. The RSI, though, is pointed down, so but it is in neutral territory. So again, probably going to get a little bit of a reset here, I guess, on Sonic. And if we just take a look at this on the 4-hour time frame, I would just be happy if this would close a daily candle really above this point, this trend line, and that would be the best thing for it. Now, jumping over to the MACD, guys, again, we can only look at this really on a daily time frame. I don't look at the lower time frames. Now, it is actually pointed to the upside here with this blue line. We are in a green period here. We do have dark green candles. So on daily time frame, it looks pretty good. So yeah, momentum is probably up now for Phantom or Sonic Labs, whatever you want to call it. Now, looking at the Sonic tokenomics here, guys, this is number 112 coin. It's about 12% up today, so you can see my holdings here. Now, there is no max supply according to CoinGecko. Circulating supply, though, is pretty much everything that's been produced. So hopefully they don't, dilute this any more than it already is. Now, all-time high for Sonic is $1.03. However, if I remember correctly, guys, Phantom was up around like $3 or $4. So just keep that in mind. Now, the all-time low, it says, is 25 cents, and that's about 2 months ago. So yeah, if you did buy here, excellent buy. But it's hard to say really what this is going to go up to since they've rebranded and everything. But anyways, I could imagine another $3 to $4 Sonic for sure. But maybe a little bit higher. I would say even $5, $6, $7 for Sonic. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have a partnership with 10 exchanges, guys. You can also find Moodix here and get a free 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, jumping over to Bitcoin real quick, guys, you can see we're at 118,310 at the moment. Now, the CME actually stands at 117,235. So that means we've created about $1,000 gap here, and that's not good. So if I were a betting man, guys, I would say that Bitcoin is probably going to go down tomorrow, at least $1,000, and then I would probably close my short and see what happens next. Now looking at Ethereum real quick, guys, you can see it's coming up on this Fibonacci once again. We have struggled here, but I do think eventually we will break it, guys, once again. So we're sitting at 45, 48 at the moment. I would say it looks a little bit better than Bitcoin. And yeah, once we get above the all-time high up here at this blue line, guys, it's probably going to race up pretty quickly. Now looking at the total crypto market cap, guys, we're at 3.97 trillion. We're almost at 4 trillion. 4.01 trillion is a daily resistance, as well as 4.12 trillion. Now, on the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, we're struggling with 1.62 trillion at the moment. If we can get a weekly candle, which closes tonight at midnight, over 1.62 trillion, that would be excellent. Now, as for the Bitcoin monthly returns in August, guys, we have 2.1%, but we are a little bit above the average right now, which is 1.78%. Now, looking at the quarterly returns, guys, for both Bitcoin and Ethereum side by side, you know, Bitcoin is doing good, guys. It's still 40% up in the last 2 quarters. However, look at this, guys. Ethereum is doing a little bit better, of course. It's sitting about 120% up. Now looking at the Bitcoin dominance here, guys, you can see I think we're pretty much done with the consolidation here. It's been consolidating for a few days. I do think the next legs are down. So let's see what happens here. And with the USDT dominance, I was a little bit wrong. I did think that more people would put their money back in, especially after these couple of days. But we do have a red candle yesterday, and we're working on a second today. So let's see what happens this week, guys. Look at what we have here, guys. The altcoin season index is a 55 now, so this is good. We're more trending towards this altcoin season. The last time we saw these numbers was back at the end of July, basically. I did actually see a 60 or 61. I think it was on this day in the 21st of July, but maybe the closing, candle we can say was a 59 as it showed. But anyways, doesn't really matter, guys. Now, the liquidation heat map, 130 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. That is excellent. That's super low, so people are not taking risk right now at the moment. Now, the fear and greed is a 64 today. The next update in about 12 hours or so, 11 and a half hours. Yesterday was a 56. I'm a little bit surprised to see that we went up 8 points on a Saturday. Now, bull market peak indicators, sell at the top. Still 0 from 30 have been hit. It's still 100% hold, guys. The best indicator, in my opinion, is the Pi Cycle Top indicator, and it's still very, very far from crossing. Now, on the economic calendar this week, guys, on Monday, we really have nothing. On Tuesday, nothing really either. Wednesday, we do have the meeting minutes, though, so this will be interesting to see. Now, we do have Bostic speaking and, Waller speaking as well. The Jackson Hole Symposium actually starts on this day and continues for like 3 days. And Thursday, we do have some small economic data, jobless claims. Bostic apparently is speaking again. Philadelphia Fed manufacturing, we got PMI here, U.S. leading index, and on Friday, Powell is speaking. So let's see what he says on Friday, but I don't think anything will really come of it, actually. Now, looking at FedWatch tools, there's still a 92% chance we're only going to get a quarter-point cut. Now, they were entertaining the idea of getting a half-point cut, but this basically went to no cut on Thursday after a bad PPI, guys. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Now, Trueflation is showing that we have a little bit lower inflation than they really expect. And this is what the Fed wants. They want a 2% inflation rate. So, the Fed doesn't go by Trueflation, of course. They have their own inflation rates. But, a lot of people do go by Trueflation. Anyways, let's take a look at crypto bubbles here. It's not looking bad today across the board. The last hour, though, is a little bit red, though. But the day is still green. And if you want to go to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinondo here. And I think they do have Sonic here now. They used to not have it, but okay, here it is. Actually, there's no deals found. I haven't looked at this, and yeah. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. If you have any other coins, guys, you can go here. For example, look at Bitcoin. And there's 64 deals for Bitcoin. And do your homework before you start sending any coins around. And yeah, be careful. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Like I said, use those links below, guys. It really helps me. I do get commission. It's a very small commission unless you're a huge trader, guys. I'm not going to get that much. Now, it's just basically pennies. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We're above 1,500 subscribers, and I'm going to try to make another 1 or 2 videos for you guys today. And guys, I'll see you in the next one.